everyone. Welcome to the next Innovation Podcast. So, here today, I'm so excited to introduce our special guest, Dr. Marco Metzler. He is a well known financial consultant. Apart from that, he is recognized by his prediction about the financial matters. So, welcome, Doctor. And can you introduce yourself?
Thank you very much, Shaik, for inviting me to that podcast. So I would like to talk about my last 2 years since I predicted the Evergrande breakdown and the global financial meltdown. And so my background is I'm an investment banker. I did, 10 years I worked in London for big investment banks. Then I moved to Liechtenstein and became CFO of large insurance companies. And in 2010, in 2020, I started my own business, becoming financial advisor, financial consultant, advising on rating issues. I founded Metzler Consulting, and during that time, I started to look into Evergrande and published in 2021 a report on Evergrande.
That was an accurate publish. And how did you end up with such a accuracy on that forecast?
So one of my strengths is to see economic developments and to connect these economic developments. I was also a rating director at Fitch Ratings during my time in London from 2002 to 2006. I already there predicted some breakdowns of insurance companies like the Mannheimer Lebensversicherung in Germany. And so actually at that time in 2021, I saw the news about Evergrande and looked at the company itself, and then came to the conclusion that actually the company is bankrupt.
Okay. Wow, amazing. So this experience is going to help your future plan. So that is the biggest advantage. You can predict and you can analyze it properly on the finance.
Yes, so I'm posting on LinkedIn a lot of predictions. I gained since Evergrande around 15,000 followers. Most of them in the US, but also a lot of them here in Dubai and in Europe. And actually the feedback from these podcasts is that I'm able to speak the truth, which other people do not dare. Or I'm in the case of Evergrande, I had to buy bonds myself with my team to prove that the company was in default, and the media did report that the company has paid the coupons, but we proved that this was not the case. So
I understand. So what are the current projects you are associated now?
So my Evergrande is now over. So after 2 years, all my predictions had become true. And on Evergrande now, there's no substance there for the debt holders to get the money back. So the prediction for Evergrande is that the international bondholders will not get any money back, and actually that's it. But my new project is also was born together with Evergrande. I was predicting, or I'm still predicting the global financial meltdown. We are now in the fourth phase of that global financial meltdown.
Fourth phase.
We are in the fourth phase.
So can you explain all these four phases?
I will. But right now, my current project, and I was announcing it for a long time, but at the end of February we will launch our serious gold coins here out of Dubai. They are security tokens, and so I'm happy after the 2 years of work that we are now ready to launch.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, wish you all the best for that.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So, again, I'm going back to those four phases of the financial meltdown. So.
Yeah, the four phases. Yeah. So the first phase of global financial meltdown was the top of the iceberg was the default of Evergrande. This was the first phase of global financial meltdown, and unfortunately, it resulted not in a crash of the markets. It has been avoided. The crash of the market has been avoided by the central banks in printing money, unlimited supply of money. So in February 23. February 22, we had the Ukraine crisis. Russia invaded Ukraine, and as a response of that, the market had crashing. The markets had been crashing, but then the central banks flooded the markets with money created out of thin air. So this was the time where the central banks decided to go for a solution creating hyperinflation. So yeah, and so the second phase of global financial meltdown was with the start of the Ukraine war. The third phase of global financial meltdown was after the breakdown of the banks in the US. So we saw two bank breakdowns in February 23, caused by the quick rise of the interest rates has created a lot of hidden losses on the balance sheets of banks and insurance companies, and so we had seen a run on these two banks in the US, and the US had to rescue these two banks by again printing money and increasing the inflation. So this was the third phase of the global financial meltdown, and we are now in the fourth phase of the global financial meltdown, where we see a kind of a credit crunch. So real estate prices in the commercial business are crashing or have been crashing, not only in China, but also in the US and in Germany and in Europe. we have seen in Europe with the Sigma default, a very big default in a real estate developer. And these losses from the real estate developers will have serious impacts on bank and insurance companies worldwide. We will soon see the annual results of the banks, and they have to write down all of these losses, and it will be huge losses. And so the next months there will be a shocking wave of annual results of banks and insurance companies, then creating the next phase of the global financial meltdown.
Wow. So here is the prediction that from expert that there is going to be a further meltdown, and we need to be careful on that.
Yeah, you see, so this week there will be the annual results of HSBC Bank announced, yeah, and so HSBC is fully exposed into China, as we see from the Evergrande default and bankruptcy, that a recovery of Chinese assets in the mainland is almost impossible. And HSBC has such a huge exposure onto the mainland China, and in a case of a default, they are not able to recover. So I mentioned this already 2 years ago in my report on Evergrande, but now it's coming to reality, and everybody will see it.
Oh, okay. So from an investor point of view, what are the things he has to take care in this current financial scenario? Or
as I mentioned, we are in a hyperinflation scenario, or on a way to hyperinflation hell. Yeah, this was decided in, as I mentioned, in February 22 as a solution for all of that. So the equity markets in a hyperinflation scenario will benefit. So actually will benefit. And the bond markets, they already crashed, and now we see that some of the real estate developers went bankrupt. So be careful with bonds of real estate developers. Be careful with bonds of banks and insurance companies. But the shares will get a hit once the losses are announced. But aside from banks and insurance companies, all other sectors will still benefit from a good equity markets in 2024.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So this all is going well until the central banks will not be able to print any money or any more money. So until they cannot kick the can down the road, this can take still some years, but it also can be triggered by an external event tomorrow. Yeah, so it's hardly to predict, but it will happen. Yeah.
Okay, it will happen.
It will happen.
Yeah. Okay. So be careful, those who are listening this.
So the external event could be that China is invading Taiwan.
Okay.
This could be a significant external event to enter the final phase of the global financial meltdown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, wow, scary. So, in the crypto market, when we
Yeah.
look at the crypto,
Mhm.
the people always say that there is no intrinsic value for the crypto.
Mhm.
So now you're telling there is fiat also, there is no intrinsic value because it's just printing the money. That's what you're trying to say?
Yes, of course. So actually, if you look at the dollar and US and the yen is the intrinsic value of is is not given. So so the gold reserves of these countries are compared to their debts are extremely low. So China and Russia, they are now buying gold for a low price. They're buying all as what they can buy and get in the market as a physical gold. Yeah, so it's important to distinguish between paper gold and physical gold. So only the gold you have in hand, you own it. Paper gold is worth nothing. So each kilo gold is sold 500 times. If everybody wants to have the gold in hand, is there will be a short squeeze in gold, and this will happen once the currencies will break down, once the dollar or the euros will break down or are doubted, then we will see a short squeeze in gold. This will mean a short squeeze in gold. So my friends um, from AMC and Jimmy, they know what a short squeeze is. So the short squeeze, uh, yeah, you will be damned rich. The gold price can go up now from 2,000 up to 10,000 within some days if the short squeeze happen.
I see.
Yeah.
So the best is to invest on a real gold rather than a paper gold.
Yes, this is very important, and also for our project, our tokens are backed by real gold,
Okay.
saved in vaults in Dubai and in Switzerland. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So can you explain further about it? How is that the process, the entire process of this?
So the idea was once the global financial meltdown enters into the last stages, then the banking system will break down, and nobody has access to the accounts. Yeah, so the idea is that we have the gold and the silver. We also have silver outside the banking system in secure vaults. And actually, if somebody has tokens with us, you will still be able to trade and pay, maybe pay with the tokens if the banking system is down. So it's creating an alternative to the banking system. Yeah. Right now, actually, as the banking system is working, uh, nobody will see the benefit from a first stance. So we also need to have a business model with the banking system now working, and actually we have. Yeah. So. And I explain you what kind of tokens we will offer and what the business model is. So,
I see.
yeah.
Okay. So the main advantage is that it's a gold-backed token, so people can purchase it, and you will have a real gold will be stored in either in Dubai or in Switzerland. That's what you said.
It is correct here in the DMCC in Dubai
Okay.
and in Switzerland. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Mhm. And you have stated that there will be a demand for the gold, so there will be a restriction for the people to purchase the gold in the future. Is it?
Yes, we have seen this in the US in the 1930s and also in Europe, where once um, the dollar is in trouble, or the euro is in trouble, then the central bank wants to acquire all the gold reserves from the private clients and commercial clients. So I'm predicting prohibition of gold trading in the US and in Europe. Yes. So this is the reason why we set up Sirius here in Dubai, is because the prohibition of gold trading, I think this will not happen, even if in the US and in Europe will be prohibited.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty scary, and but the point of Dubai, it is going to be helpful if you have an office here and there is no restriction. That's what you believe. So in your token, if you are launching end of this month this project, so what are the advantage for the investors if they are involved in this project?
Mm-hmm. So we have 5 different tokens.
Okay.
The tokens are security tokens. This is important. Not utility tokens like other stable coins or other issuances of coins is security tokens. Okay, so so each token is backed by a Swiss security certificate, and this Swiss certificate is backed by an asset. In the case of a gold token, is backed by physical gold, and in the case of silver, by physical silver. But we have 3 other tokens. We have one token which is backed by gold mine projects. If you really believe that gold is a high performer, you invest into future gold, so you secure the access to gold by investing into gold mines through our tokens. And we have 2 other quite interesting tokens. They are not stable coins, but they act like stable coins. And the innovation is that it's a security, it's a certificate, or the token is backed by a certificate. And this certificate guarantees 3% coupon yearly. So the innovation is that you have a kind of interest paid on your token. Yeah, so it's not legally, it's not a stable coin, but it's a certificate, security token, paying a coupon, a 3% coupon, and in a high interest environment, this is in the stablecoin area is an innovation that you can get if you invest in such tokens. You can get interest.
Wow! So I can invest on a token which is a gold mine. I can invest a token which is a silver.
Yeah.
I can invest a gold.
Yeah.
Then I can invest on a coupon. Wow! So there is a different
Yeah,
tokens are available in your project.
a lot. So five tokens.
5, okay.
And with all with a story. Yeah.
Okay. And these are all backed up by the real gold or real silver. So my investment are safe rather than most of the crypto project people are now hesitant because
So we as I mentioned is backed by a Swiss investment certificate. This investment certificate has a daily value of the net assets underlying. So and you can have the value is calculated from the gold in the vault or the bonds held in the certificate, and you can see how much is it worth every day, and you can also trade it every day or redeem it every day.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's going to be a big hit, I believe, because in this current financial scenario, I think people are looking for the right investment. I believe your project is going to be a very successful project. Wish you all the best for that. And
Yeah, it's a start. Yeah. So we are able to issue here out of Dubai, and so we can issue for each token right now around. Or in total, we can issue 2 million AID. Yeah, and is a start, and when we see how the demand is, and then with the demand we increase our supply.
I see. Okay. And how long you are living in Dubai? Are you living in Dubai, or you are staying here for some time? Or
Actually, I'm resident here in Dubai now for 1 year. Yeah.
Well, okay.
I'm also resident in Switzerland, and I'm moving in between Switzerland and Dubai.
I see. And how do you find Dubai?
Yeah, Dubai is a very liberal financial center. So is growing. Actually, we met 2 years ago on a crypto venue here in Dubai. 2 years ago, we met, and here in Dubai, you can do business and create a lot of things much quicker than in US or in Europe.
Okay.
So it's a good place for entrepreneurs to be.
And UAE's vision is to become one of the financial capital. So, as a financial expert, what do you think about this vision?
So I think it's very likely that Dubai is advancing in to become that goal. Because in Europe and in the US, the regulation gets harder and harder, and also for entrepreneurs, you need to apply a lot of time or dedicate a lot of time to filling in forms, and have to employ a lot of people for doing compliance. And of course, compliance KYC is necessary, but to that degree, you find it right now in Europe, especially in Switzerland and Liechtenstein and other countries in Europe and the US is a burden on every entrepreneur.
Okay. So, any of my listeners, they wanted to know further about your project. So, can you give us the website and other details? So,
yeah, you can find more details on www.sirius.money.
Oh, Sirius.money. Can you spell it? Sirius?
Sirius, SIRIUS.money.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. So there are white papers and all the information is there.
Yeah, we have a full documentation. You have to fulfill a lot of requirements for a security token, because it's an investment people do. Yeah, and we have everything available. Yeah, you can invest.
Definitely, yes. Yeah. I mean, personally, I am also very keen because, as you told me, it is backed up by real silver or real gold. Then I don't have any doubt, on that, because most of the crypto projects earlier, what we mentioned is that dubious. We are not sure about what they are providing and what is the real or what is the intrinsic value is there. So now here at least we don't have that concern. So that is going to help definitely.
What we also look, especially here in Dubai, is people who are already invested into bitcoins, into crypto. Yeah. So the Bitcoin is now almost $50,000. A Bitcoin is very, very high. Yeah. And if you want to diversify, yeah, then you are able through us to exchange your Bitcoin into our coins and get the gold. Yeah, so you are able to, if you are already invested into Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies, you have other asset classes through us, and you can invest, yeah,
Fantastic.
in other asset classes.
Okay. And apart from your project, do you have any advice for the entrepreneurs or investors here in UAE?
Yeah, actually, to develop a financial center here is good, and also to become an entrepreneur here, to found a company is very easy. Yeah.
Okay.
However, opening a bank account is a challenge,
Okay.
but it's doable.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I can recommend every entrepreneur to open here business.
Okay. Great. Yeah. So thank you very much. And viewers, those who wanted to know more about us, so please visit www.nextstudio.digital. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, viewers, for joining our channel. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Next Podcast. Thank you.